Hello YouTube. Sorry this is in the truck, but it's the only place I can get some peace and quiet right now. I'm going to do a video about German, the German language, and people claiming to be German in prison. But before I do, if you're new here, subscribe, hit that like, and comment. I try to answer all the comments. Okay, so there's the staff in prison tend to think that anybody learning German is racist, and a lot of them are, that's true, but not everybody is. Some just want to learn another language. Some want to learn Spanish, and the Mexicans help them out with that. Some, like me, I know German pretty well, but I was wanting to learn Irish, and that was tough for me, and I just couldn't get it, but and some just, they just want to learn different languages. They're trying to better themselves, and I see no problem with that, as long as it's for positive reasons, But this workout partner of mine and I were walking the yard, and this guy in front of us had his shirt off, and in German on his back, across the top of his back, it said German soldier. And my partner, I've been helping him with German, and he says, that's wrong, isn't it? The way that, I said, yeah, the adjective ending is wrong on that. He's missing a letter, and he's missing an E. He said, you think we should tell him? I said, no, I don't. I said, he's just gonna get mad, and upset. I said, let's just don't worry about it, and but he said, you would think he would take the time to find out the correct way. I said, well, he probably went and grabbed a dictionary and just found this word and that word and put them together, not realizing that, unlike English, when we say like German, there's no endings on it, we say German soldier, that's all it is. But with German and other languages, it's different, But and another time, I had ordered this book that was in German, and the property room didn't want to let me have it, and they said because they didn't know what it said, But it just so happened that the caseworker, our caseworker for our housing unit, was from Germany, and she, I went and told her about it, and she said, well, I'll go up there and look at it. So she goes up there, and the next thing I know, I'm being called up there, and they said, you can have your book. And they said, Miss Meyer has looked it over and told us that there's nothing racial in it. And but she said, but he said that we wasn't going to let you have it because we couldn't tell, and I said, well, what do you do about the Spanish speakers and stuff around here? You never know what they're getting or what they're saying to one another or anything, and he said that's true, but he said most of them are not racist. He says, German is associated with racism, and I said, I don't understand that, and I don't either. Think about it, at least in Missouri, and I'm not saying that all of them's lying. Some of them may be telling the truth, probably are telling the truth. But everybody in prison that's white and was racist that I ran up against, they either say they're German or they're Irish. And I'm sure some of them were, but all of them, you know. So I don't know, but it's sad that they use that they want to learn German for because they're racist, And German's a beautiful language, you don't have to use it for bad, And then there was this guy. There was this guy they called Short Bus. He's a little bitty guy, but he was a knockout artist. I mean, he was one punch and you're usually out, So he comes up to me and he says, "Hey Harvey, I want to get thunder and lightning on my fist. Thunder on one, lightning on the other." I said, "Okay." He goes, "But I want it in German." He said, "What's the words for that?" I said, "Donner and Blitz." He goes, "Are you serious? That sounds like reindeer, like a Christmas thing." I said, "No, seriously. Donner is thunder and Blitz is lightning." He goes, "I think I'll just stick with thunder and lightning." And he goes, "Man, you're making that up, ain't you?" "No, I'm not." I said, "Go grab you a dictionary and look." And I think he actually did do that. But he didn't want it because it didn't sound tough to him, it didn't sound, so that was pretty funny. And I think he ended up getting in English, thunder and lightning. But that guy, he was crazy. I think it might have been how he got his nickname Short Buzz. And he was a knockout artist, people would pay him to knock people out. And but he's, I got along with him. He was a real good dude. And then there's back to the caseworker I was telling you about. I went to her, me and a couple guys went to her, and we said we would like to start a German language group. And, to help people learn German. And she says, I can't do that. I can't promote that. And I said, "Why not?" She says, "Well, people want to learn German for the wrong reasons." And I said, "I know, but there's others that are wanting to learn it for good reasons." And I said, "We can bring in a facilitator." I said, "You could even be the facilitator. And, since you're a native German." And she goes, "I would actually love to do that. That sounds good, and thank you for saying that." But she said, there's going to be people in there that's racist. And I said, "So what? So a racist is learning German, so what? They're going to be racist whether they speak English or German or Spanish or whatever, you can't change them. You actually can sometimes, but I was trying to make a point." And then I had guys who really wasn't interested in learning German, but they wanted to learn dirty phrases and words and stuff, and it's funny because this one guy, I told him, I said, a lot of words that are dirty over here, swear words and curse words, are not considered cuss words in German, it's just everyday talk. But he wanted to learn these dirty phrases and stuff, and so I reluctantly told him a few. And he's one of those people that you'd have to tell several times before like if you tell him a sentence in German, you'd have to tell it to him several times until he got it down, you know. Well, he gets it down, and then it was something about, you know, can I have sex with you, but in a dirty way, you know. So he worked in the kitchen. So he goes to the kitchen and he tells one of the staff cooks, a female, and that in German. And then he tells another one. The problem is with the second one knew what he said. She had been married to somebody who was in the army and had spent like 12 years in Germany. And she wrote him up and sent him to the, you know, he got sent to the hole when he was teamed. And he gets out and he's telling me, he says, man, that's really messed up. I wasn't expecting her to know German. That's what you never know, you know. And I said, I told you from the beginning, you got to be careful about this type of stuff. And but that was kind of funny, you know. He just couldn't believe that he got rolled up over that. And he, in the write-up, he tried to say, well, there's no proof that I said anything dirty, you know. And the he said the caseworker told him, well, if you'd told her in English, it'd been the same thing, her word against yours. So it doesn't matter. We're taking her word over yours. And 10 days in the hole, you go. And so he was kind of aggravated about that, you know. And then I got sent to Bowling Green, and when I got there, I had a partner that was already there. I've talked about him before. And he told me that he had they had a German class there, and they stopped it for the same reason that this caseworker didn't want to start one, because there was racist people, you know, neo-Nazis and stuff getting in it, you know. But he said this one guy, he tells him something dirty, you know. He said, tell that to your teacher, because I told my partner some dirt. He's another one that wanted to know the dirty words, you know. So he went and told his teacher this and got in trouble over it, but he didn't get rolled up or anything, you know. Then while I was at Bowling Green, these people that was in school, or this class, I can't remember what it was. It might have been some type of program. But their teacher says, if you can translate this into German by tomorrow, you'll get extra credit. Well, like 3 people came to me, 3 or 4 people, and had me, you know, they told me what was going on, so they had me translate it, and I translated it. And so the next day, you know, they got their extra credit, but the teacher tells them, somebody wrote this for you. You didn't get this out of the dictionary or anything like that. Somebody wrote it for you. And so they said, we want to know who it was. And so they eventually said, yeah, you know, he said, you're not going to get in trouble. I just want to know. So they told him. They come back and they tell me, the teacher wants to see you. Wants to talk to you. So I go up there and I'm talking to him. And I said, how did you know? You know? And he said, well, these 3 answers were the exact same. There was no variation or nothing. They was the exact same. Word for word. And he said, you know, in German you could say different things different ways, just like you can in English. And he said, but even more so in German. And he said, these 3 were the exact same thing. So he said, I could have been wrong, but I had a high suspicion that these guys who had these 3 same answers is written by the same person. He says, I'm not mad at you or anything. I just, I didn't say how. I told him to get it translated, So we talked a little bit. He said, I just wanted to see you, and we talked a little bit, and then I had to get back before, the hour thing ran out. We have windows. So if you miss a window, you're stuck there for another hour. That's what they call them. They're 10-minute windows. So you got 10 minutes to get to where you're going. You can't be lingering, or you're stuck for another hour. It's crazy. It's like that in most Missouri prisons that's high up. Anyway, I was thinking earlier today, I know that these prisoners don't get YouTube unless they have a phone smuggled into them or something. But I was thinking, if they could listen to somebody or watch somebody like German Girl in America, or any of these, Easy German, or any of these other YouTubers who do German language, or anybody who wants to learn, they got them for Spanish and different things too. So anybody who wants to learn a different language, if they could somehow see these videos, and get something out of it. Because, in prison you got these, you can go to the library and get these CDs and sometimes cassettes, and once in a great while a DVD. But you gotta watch the DVD in the library. And CDs and stuff are all fine, I think. But I think it would be better if they had like these YouTube videos, from, German Girl in America, and the Spanish ones, the French ones, the Irish ones. I had so much trouble with Irish when I was trying to learn Irish, I just gave up on it, But if I'd had something like that, that would have helped, So anyway, that's all I got for you today. And thank you for watching. Once again, I apologize for being in this cramped truck. And I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it, or found it interesting or whatever. And I thank you for your time, and thank you for watching.